Hi, all. Welcome back to my channel. I want to share a terrifying story with you out of Athens, Georgia, that not only has the police worried, but has prompted the canceling of classes at two universities for at least a few days. Police are investigating after a woman who went jogging on the campus of the University of Georgia was found dead in a wooded area near the running trail. Police have not yet named the victim, but we've been told she was not a student at the University of Georgia. She was a nursing student at Augusta University, and police say she was reported missing on February 22nd of 2024 by her roommate after she didn't return home from her run. Police at the University of Georgia say they searched a popular running trail near a lake on their campus and found the woman deceased with visible wounds on her body in a wooded area, which has caused panic among the students on campus because police say they have not yet arrested a suspect. So, in an abundance of caution, the University of Georgia canceled all classes for the next few days, and Augusta University did also, which I find odd, considering the murder didn't occur on that campus, leaving me to wonder if police believe the victim may have been followed to the University of Georgia campus from her own campus. Now, both campuses have to be concerned that there's a killer on the loose. News reports say this murder is the third terrible incident to occur on UGA's campus in the last 2 weeks. They reported that an armed robbery took place, then a student took his own life in his dorm room, then this. A horrific murder, right out in the open, in broad daylight, in a popular area students enjoy spending time in. Now, students are cautioned to walk in groups, to not go anywhere alone on campus, and to stay away from the crime scene area while police try to solve this murder mystery and find a killer among them.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian Enton in for Ashley Banfield tonight, and we start with breaking news happening right now at the University of Georgia, where the campus has now been closed, and there is a major murder investigation happening right now. A woman's body was found on the University of Georgia campus. That's in Athens, a massive campus there. Police say they got a call from someone asking officers to do a welfare check on a friend who had gone for a run there on campus at the intramural fields. And that woman never returned. Officers found the friend's body in a wooded area behind a lake. They say that she had visible injuries, and they do suspect foul play, and they have shut down the campus, and they have canceled classes there until Monday, which is really an extraordinary thing.
The University of Georgia Police Department is actively investigating this tragedy in cooperation with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and also the Athens Clarke County Police Department. We urge the public to continue to avoid this general area while this investigation is ongoing.
Now, Chief Clark did not share the victim's name, but did say she was a student from another school, not UGA, although it's unclear if perhaps she went to UGA at one point. We're hearing conflicting reports right now. Just moments ago, we learned that other schools in Augusta University, also in Georgia, where the victim may have been studying nursing. The University of Georgia has now canceled classes today and tomorrow and through the weekend. In a message posted on their website, they say foul play is suspected, and we are already receiving support from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and Athens Clarke County Police Department to investigate this crime. We want to assure you that the safety and welfare of our campus community is our top concern. And I'm joined right now by Francie Hakes, former federal prosecutor in Georgia, who is also a UGA alumna and has a lot of connections to the university. Francie, first thing I thought, pretty extraordinary, a massive university, 30,000 undergrad, 10,000 graduate. For them to now shut the university down because of this until Monday makes me think there is something very, very serious going on.
Well, Brian, I think you may be right. It makes me think the same thing. I wonder whether these visible injuries that they talk about, which is fairly remarkable if you had someone who had to be autopsied before a cause of death was determined here, while the police haven't given us a cause of death, they certainly talk about visible injuries, which makes me think, unfortunately, this is a very violent murder. And I wonder whether that is the reason behind shutting down the campus, because they're very concerned that someone very dangerous terrorist is on the loose on campus.
Yeah, and when the police chief gave the statement, they asked, is the community in danger? And he was careful when he answered the question. He didn't say no. And again, just reading between the lines, I mean, I've got friends with kids who go there. A lot of them are now going home. People are really panicking.
Well, and that's understandable. One of the things he said was he can't say they're not in danger. He said he didn't think they were in immediate danger. And I'm not sure he can say that. Now, the chief has a lot of law enforcement experience. He came out of that Athens Clark County Police Department. So he's not someone who's just been a campus police officer. He has actual criminal experience with homicide and child abuse and everything. So for him to say that there's some risk to the community, I think is very significant.
Next story takes us, though, to Athens, Georgia, near the University of Georgia campus, where a mysterious death of a woman is being investigated. We're learning more details tonight. Let's go out to our friend, Fox 5 Atlanta reporter Eric Mock with these updates. Eric joins me. Eric, good to see you here. This is a horrible story, has really shaken this community. What more do we know?
It really has, Andrew. When we first learned about it, all we knew that a woman had been killed on campus at a popular jogging spot. And unfortunately, authorities have not given many more details about that. But like you said, this campus has been rocked. In fact, we just came out of a vigil inside the Tate Student Center here on campus. And take a listen here to what the students were doing as they came together during this tragedy. UGA student members of the Prince Avenue Baptist Church came together Thursday night for a prayer vigil. They're mourning the deaths of 2 college students on the campus in the last 24 hours.
This is a tragic day.
Campus Police Chief Jeff Clark says the 2 deaths are not related. Clark says they got the call at around noon Thursday from a friend of the victim saying she had not yet returned from jogging around Lake Herrick. Officers located her body there at around 12:40 p.m. Thursday. Chief Clark says she had visible injuries and they're investigating her death as a homicide.
As far as in my knowledge, there has not been a homicide in the last 20 years here on campus.
The killing has shaken students here like Nicholas Fattel.
But I've run around Lake Herrick before at odd hours sometimes, and it's genuinely shocking that something like could happen here.
He came to Thursday's vigil to find comfort in what is a dark time for students here.
It's just a tough moment. It's a tough moment. We live in a very cruel and demented world.
Police have not released the identity of the nursing student and say they don't have a suspect yet. For the time being, they're asking students to avoid the popular jogging path until they have one in custody. And while they said they're asking people to avoid that path, they have said there's no immediate danger to the campus at large. And what's interesting about this is it was a college student who was killed, but it's not a student of the University of Georgia, rather a student at Augusta University's College of Nursing in their Athens campus here.
So, Eric, I just wanted to ask, too, where does the investigation of law enforcement go from here? Do we know anything on that front? Do they have any leads? Do they have any people of interest? Are they interviewing other students? What's going on?
Yeah, Andrew, these are all questions we asked them during a press conference that happened about 7 p.m. here in Athens, and they said they could not share a lot of details with us. I was very surprised at how few details. They said it's still very early stages of the investigation, an active investigation. They haven't even identified the victim in this case yet. But like you said, we found out by reaching out to Augusta University that it was in fact one of their students who was jogging at the lake. So that very active investigation. Now for the students, a lot of grieving, going on for these students. Right. In fact, classes have been canceled here at UGA as well as Augusta University's nursing campus.
Eric, just lastly, other than classes being canceled, is there any kind of guidance or directive for students as they walk around, as they go about their daily lives? It seems probably pretty tense, does it not?
Oh, absolutely. I had several students tell me they don't feel really safe anymore going alone, and that's what the university is saying. They're asking people to stay in groups, avoid the Lake Herrick area, and, make sure people know where they're going. There's also an app that they can download here where they can just, with the tap of a button, call emergency services to their location. So they're encouraging everyone to download that app here. And again, not to walk around alone, walk in groups, and avoid that area. So yeah, it's very tense. They're making sure students know that they don't have the suspect in custody yet, and they need to be vigilant.
Yeah. All right, Fox 5 Atlanta reporter Eric Mock live for us in Athens, Georgia. Eric, thanks so much. Talk soon.
Thank you, Andrew.
All right, in the meantime here, we are getting that new reporting. You just heard it there from Eric. I want to put up this statement. This is now what we know about the female victim. Remember, that female victim, not a student at the University of Georgia, rather a student at Augusta University. We want to read the statement in from the president of Augusta University, his name, Dr. Brooks Keel. He says, "Dear Augusta University family, it is with deepest sorrow that I share with you the news that one of our students at our College of Nursing campus at Athens has passed away. Police have said they suspect foul play. The receipt of this news this afternoon was shocking to all of us."
But it's just been a whole lot for everybody. We spoke with a lot of students here at UGA today who are just really upset and scared. A quiet spot on a bustling campus.
Me, my roommate, pretty much everyone I know, we park over here. Me and my boyfriend go on runs over here all the time.
Police are still looking for who's responsible.
And the fact that the person hasn't been caught yet is really scary. Hence why I recruited somebody to come walk me back to my car.
Understand, folks, that this is a absolutely terrifying time for many of the students and the parents there. 11 Live's Grace King, she's going to pick up our team coverage tonight. So, Grace, students tell you that they don't feel safe on campus right now, right?
Absolutely. You heard the police chief mention that this is the first homicide they've investigated in 20 years. Even so, it's creating a sense of fear and heartbreak among the students. In downtown Athens, students searching for a sense of normalcy as tragedy grips their campus.
My parents always tell me, be safe, but I'm like, oh, I'm on campus, I'm fine. And then hearing this, it's just I need to really take care of my safety.
On Thursday, Allison Kramer parked in this lot as normal. The sea of police she returned to was anything but.
I'm just shaken up. I'm going home after this because class is canceled tomorrow. I was going to do work this afternoon, but I was I can't focus on that because I'm worried about my safety. I'm worried about the people related to this incident. It's really scary.
She and her friend Anika Bhattacharya worry if their community is safe.
I run a lot, and so we've just been talking about going and seeing the park here and going for a little run or just walking by, but now after hearing all this, I don't feel safe anywhere.
They hope police will find whomever is responsible soon, but in the meantime, they're taking every precaution possible.
Now, I'm honestly not even considering walking by myself much.
Yeah.
After all, at least for the next couple months. I mean, I just don't want to take any chance at all.
And tonight, both UGA and the Augusta University College of Nursing announced they're canceling classes tomorrow. Both of them are also offering counseling services to any students who may need them.
Police held a press conference giving some details about the case, but not many, which I'll play for you. And I'll be praying for the family of the victim and for the students there who are now living in fear, concerned for their safety. This is absolutely terrifying. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And here is the press conference.
I'm introducing Jeff Clark. He is the Chief of Police for the University of Georgia.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Clark, Chief of Police for the University of Georgia Police Department. I want to start off by saying that this is a tragic day. And I want to offer my most sincerest condolences to the grieving family, friends, and campus partners. Before I continue, I want to stress that this is an active investigation, which limits the information that I can share at this time. On February 22nd, 2024, at approximately 12:07 p.m., the University of Georgia Police Department received a call from an individual concerned for a friend who had gone jogging at the intramural fields. Our officers responded to that area and immediately began a search of the area to attempt to locate the individual. Officers located the individuals in the area behind Lake Herrick at approximately 12:38. The individual was unconscious and not breathing and had visible injuries. Officers immediately began rendering medical aid. Emergency medical responders determined that the individual was deceased upon their arrival. The University of Georgia Police Department is actively investigating this tragedy in cooperation with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and also the Athens-Clarke County Police Department. I'd like to thank both of them for lending their assistance during this investigation. We urge the public to continue to avoid this general area while this investigation is ongoing. We also urge anyone with information that could possibly be related to this crime in any kind of way to contact the University of Georgia Police Department immediately. Our phone number is 706-542-2200. At this time, I'll take a few questions.
Sir, do you have a suspect at this point in time?
No, sir. At this time, we do not have a suspect, but we are actively investigating the
And
case.
is the public in danger in any way?
Well, when you have a suspect that's on the loose, there's always a danger. But there's no immediate danger at this time.
Chief, can you talk about the impact on this campus? Have you ever had a homicide here on the campus of UGA?
As far as in my knowledge, there has not been a homicide in the last 20 years here on campus. The victim was not a student of the University of Georgia, but the victim was a student of another school. I don't want to give that information out at this time.
Everyone, just want to let you know, because it's been a very long day and the chief has to get back to the investigation, we have time for 2 more questions, okay?
What's the manner of death?
Again, this is an ongoing investigation. I do not want to reveal that information at this time.
And there's no connection between the death on campus yesterday and what happened here today?
No, there is no connection to the death yesterday and today's death. There's no connection at all.
Do we have any security, just because we're not familiar with something? Okay, sure, one more. Is there any security cameras in this area? Is there anything that could have seen what exactly occurred here?
My investigators will be working this case day and night. They will look at every camera that we have. I don't want to say where the security cameras were, but we do have security cameras here on campus.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, everyone.
You've been listening live to the chief of police there at UGA, Jeffrey Clark, talk about an investigation that's ongoing. Really, the investigation of a woman's body that was found there near a lake there on the campus of UGA. That woman deceased, found around 12:30 this afternoon. What we have learned in this is that that woman was not a student at UGA. The chief of police there at UGA telling us that she was a student at another school. He would not disclose that information. What we do know is that they are continuing to investigate this incident right now, calling in the GBI as well as Athens-Clarke County investigators to look into this. For now, the classes have been canceled for tomorrow on the campus of UGA. Students expected to go back to class on Monday.